good thing is that there's not really a place where you would do a big tour of the damage compared to what we saw with Idalia, and certainly what we saw with Hurricane Ian. There's still risks. There's risk from a lot of water, but from a wind perspective, this was not at the level of the previous storms that we've seen. This is not Hurricane Michael. This is not Hurricane Ian, but it is a very saturating, wet storm. And as Kevin said, these riverines, when they get to be a certain level, and when they crest, and the water that's going to come down from Georgia, it's just going to be something we're going to be on alert for, not just throughout today, but for the next week. All right, we'll see you guys tomorrow. Thanks.
throughout the day here on Tybee. We're already seeing water starting to pool in some of the roads and some of the yards here on the island, and we are expecting that to get worse throughout the day and also tomorrow. So we have been preparing for that for almost a week now. As soon as we got word that this was forming, before it was even named, we kicked into action. We've been providing sandbags for our residents since last Saturday, free sand and bags for them to protect their homes. And we have been cleaning out our storm drains and preparing our water treatment facility, lowering the levels to handle the storm runoff. We have started putting out safety messaging for our residents on what to do in a flood, what not to do in a flood, because we're looking at unprecedented levels of rain and flooding here on Tybee. From what I understand, this is a 1,000-year flood event. So we're hearing that is going to cause a lot of flooding. You might have in some areas, 20 to 30 inches of water. We might see where salt water and fresh water, are intermingling. We will probably see flooding in areas of the island that we don't normally see flooding in. We know that those common areas that always flood will see water, but what concerns us too is those areas we don't know about, that because this is unprecedented rainfall and flooding. Right, we have said the same thing. We don't know what that looks like, so we have prepared for the worst, but we are definitely hoping for the best. But we are prepared. As prepared as we can be. We've been preparing for days and days now, and as soon as the rain event is over, we are also prepared to begin cleanup and recovery and get back to normal as soon as possible.
Yeah, we're trying to get ready a little bit. We've had flooding in the past, so you do what you can. Going on my family's experience, they've lived on this property for 50 plus years. Going on my nephew's experience as a mariner, they're telling me maybe it's not going to be such a bad storm. We expect a lot of wind and rain, obviously, some flooding, but we've seen worse, so hopefully it'll be okay. We'll be able to get through it. It's scary. It's scary for sure. And speaking to everyone I've talked to, no one at this point sees it as a potential evacuation situation. So hopefully, we won't have to leave Tybee, but, I'm going to follow the crowd. I'm going to follow everyone's good advice, and if I need to go, my plan right now is to stay. I'm being told that at this point, it's safe to stay. If I hear news otherwise, I'll jump in my car and giddy up. I don't know what else to do.
We've rode out all the hurricanes in the past 20 years. We've stayed here, so I don't think it'll be as bad, but it's going to be bad.